This is AntiDietPilot telling us why she is never, in her words, going to get fat again.
Rant over. Guys, I'm never going back to being fat ever again.
Me neither.
And saying this, I know, is like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about?
She, in her, not so much that last one, but in overall, the images that she's showing, I'd say with body distribution, fat distribution taken into account, I look the same as her at her biggest when I was at my biggest, and we look very similar now, body composition wise. So that's why I want to comment on this. I can compare and our experiences, and I can tell she is leaving out the real benefits of losing weight and pretending there's a huge social difference that really matters. And I'm going to comment on that because, as I said, we both were very similar sizes, and we both gained it and lost it quickly. Both of us, we have that in common.
Talked about eating recovery, body positivity, all these things. I lost so much weight in such a short amount of time.
Mine was quick.
The way
too.
that society treats me, I'm never going back to being fat. I'm going to just be real, honest, and raw with you.
Okay, so
it's a different type of fat phobia that I feel like doesn't get as like highlighted enough. It's the fear of being fat because of how other people treat you, not the fear of being fat, period. Like,
no, that's all most people talk about in the fat acceptance movement, and even in society as a whole. We talk about health quite a lot, maybe more than half of it is health, but almost none of it is the day-to-day physical sensations, which I wish we talked about more. Like the social stuff, that's fine if you want to talk about that as well, but especially when it comes to more serious things like children being bullied at school, sometimes it gets physical, and that's a crime, that's a physical, like that's a assault, that's wrong, right? And that can happen for many appearance-based reasons, not just weight. But apart from that extreme case where it's like physical, it's overblown compared to how awful you feel physically when you are overweight. That doesn't get talked about. If I'd known that you feel like complete arse, I would never have gotten to the size that she did even. And we weren't, neither of us were huge by today's standards of how big people get. We would not even be like registered on the radar of a lot of people in majority overweight countries. And yet it's physically already painful. It's already the my bosom, as I say, we have different fat distributions. So my gained more in my chest. The bosom flapping around, moving all day around my like bouncing around on my belly, like sweating. The sensations that I was getting from my body rubbing up against my body, the thighs as well, chub rub, and just resting and flapping around, and just things rubbing against each other. That alone was bad. Let alone all of that panting and everything else, and the achy feet, being on feet all day. Bad joints, not being able to run when late, and I'm late a lot. I need to run a lot. And not forget all that, the chub rub alone. If anyone moaned about it as much as it deserves to be moaned about, I would have been like, oh, okay, I won't get fat then. But I didn't care that one year when I got fat, because I was like, I'm stuck at home. What am I going to do all day but eat, right? And then I would not have done that if I'd known. And so I make sure I moan a lot, and I'm not moaning about stuff that is so minor, like she's about to go into. I'm moaning about the real stuff that happens when you gain weight quickly.
I was ugly. I did not think anything negative about myself when I was in larger body, like at all. I was still a confident bad bitch. However, the way that society treated me, I did not even realize was subpar to how I'm treated now. I just thought everyone was a piece of shit, which is still kind of true. But the way that people will like let me onto the train first, hold the door open for me, compliment me 20,000 times more than they used to. And it's nothing about me has changed except for
those are the three things. That's all she gives in this whole video. Those are the three examples of her being treated like the S word, as she says, and or no, people are pieces of that, and then she's treated like whatever she said. Trying not to get censored by YouTube, but no, she is giving those as the only three, and they are so weak. There's such weak things. If you do notice that, first of all, if you notice these things, it's just because the person you're interacting with is more attracted to you, and it really depends. So I know this because it depends, in my case, so much on how I'm dressed. If I'm interacting in a place where there are a lot more alternative and goth fans and people around, then I get more positive attention when I'm dressed like this. But most of the time, most people actually ignore me more when I'm dressed like this, and they give me all the special attention. And I'm talking about straight men specifically, for being dressed more like a Barbie doll. If I'm in like more of a pop culture dress that day, Or if I'm dressed in like traditional 80s, like more feminine, elegant, sultry style of goth, like a Morticia Adams kind of look, then I get more positive attention from the same people. If I go into a shop, the shop assistants, I have noticed, if they really like how I'm dressed, I get a way more positive, like bigger smile when they like just give me more comments. Like they give me more sentences. Then more sentences come from their mouths than otherwise, and it's based on, I made them feel good by just looking nice. Like when you look at something that looks nice, it boosts your mood a little bit, so you're in a better mood, and that comes across. That's all it is. It's not that deep. Or it's when they're physically attracted to you. So I have had that. I have had more. Yeah, maybe a man will go out of his way to open the door versus he'll only open the door if you're like right there. Like for me, I open the door if someone's right there. I'm not going to stand there and wait unless I have nothing to do that day. And if I'm in a rush, I'm not holding the door open for anyone. I'm just zooming along. And most people, I think, don't take that personally. It's like, oh, that person's obviously in a rush, and it's not nothing to do with what they look like, in my case at least. And to the extent that people do hold the door open for you more, it is just because they want your attention more if they're attracted to you. Women do the same. They try and get attention from men if they're attracted to them, and they'll do little things to draw more attention to themselves, whether it's compliments or in women's case it'll be other things. People just try and grab the attention of you, whether it's pausing to let you cross the road. I've had that when I'm dressed in like a Barbie doll dress, or just like very sultry, kind of more seductive type of goth, and less like sort of aggressive, I guess, unattractive to most people type of goth. I get like people will pause in their car, especially men, to let me cross the road. It's only men, actually. I think they just want to watch me walk by. I don't know. But like, it depends on how I'm dressed. And when I was bigger, I always dressed frumpily. So I don't have a direct comparison next. I didn't dress this way when I was bigger. And even before I gained the weight, for the few years before that, I had not been paying that much attention to how I looked. And now I do. Part of my lifestyle change was I wanted to like put more effort into my appearance, just for artsy, playful reasons, not to get attention from other people. But I did notice the difference. It was more like I want to express myself and stuff. And so, yeah, that's the difference I noticed. But these are such petty things. Who cares? You can't open a door for yourself. You can't stand 2 seconds to let someone go by. Do you open doors for people, by the way? Do you open doors for everyone? Do you give everyone 20,000 compliments? It's not necessary. Who even needs all that attention? What she goes on to describe is that she wants extra special attention. And she literally she called people POS for not giving her those 3 things. And they are such petty things. Like, some people never, maybe depending on their culture, never have someone that's just like, oh, go through. It's like it's first come first serve sometimes, and who cares? It's not a big deal. It's just a door. Can you not open a door for yourself? If you are disabled or elderly and you can't easily open a door, you will have people open the door for you in any culture, whether you're attractive or not. But if you look like you're perfectly capable of it, and you look more capable of opening a door when you're bigger, that could be part of it as well. Then yeah, like, who cares? Open the door yourself, and you can wait 2 seconds for the person who was ahead of you at the bus to go through. Why should they be like, oh no, you go ahead of me? Why do you want to be treated like better than other people? That's messed up. No, I don't approve of this message.